They told you kindness makes people love you. They told you if you give, if you forgive, if you sacrifice, respect will follow. But here's the truth. When your kindness has no backbone, it becomes weakness. And weakness never earns respect. The Stoics knew this 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Notice he didn't say be nice. He said be good. And there's a difference. Today, we're exposing 10 acts of so-called kindness that secretly make people disrespect you. Acts you probably thought were noble. Acts you thought would make people love you. But in reality, they erode your value. And when we're done, I'll show you how to replace this fake kindness with Stoic benevolence, a form of strength that commands respect instead of begging for it. Let's begin. 1. Always saying yes. You think you're being generous. You think you're proving loyalty. But every time you say yes when you want to say no, you carve away a piece of your self-respect. Research shows people pleasers experience more resentment and burnout. Why? Because you're living by their agenda, not yours. The Stoics warned against this. Epictetus said, "If you wish to be loved, love yourself." And loving yourself means protecting your boundaries. Example, your coworker dumps tasks on you. You smile, nod, say sure. They don't respect you for helping. They exploit you. Why it destroys respect. People respect those who value their own time. When you don't, you teach the world you're disposable. The Stoic alternative. Practice saying no without guilt. Remember, kindness without boundaries is self-betrayal. 2. Over-apologizing. Sorry is sacred, but you've turned it into punctuation. Sorry for speaking. Sorry for existing. Sorry for having needs. People don't admire this humility. They see weakness. Seneca said, "A man is as unhappy as he convinces himself he is." When you apologize excessively, you broadcast insecurity. Example, you bump into someone slightly. They barely notice. Yet you unload 3 apologies in a row. Now they don't think how polite. They think this person fears me. Why it destroys respect. Respect grows from confidence. Over-apologizing makes you invisible, small, forgettable. The Stoic alternative. Apologize only when you've truly wronged someone. Otherwise, replace sorry with thank you. Not sorry I'm late, but thank you for waiting. Gratitude over weakness. 3. Avoiding conflict at all costs. You call it peace, but often it's cowardice. Conflict isn't always war. Sometimes it's a fire that forges truth. By avoiding it, you let lies live, you let injustice spread, you let resentment rot inside you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time on what others do or say. Focus on what is in your control." And sometimes what's in your control is the courage to confront. Example, your friend disrespects you publicly. You laugh it off, pretend it didn't sting. You think you're saving the friendship. In reality, you've just buried a seed of contempt in them and in yourself. Why it destroys respect. People respect those who can stand their ground. Avoiding conflict makes you a doormat. The Stoic alternative. Confront with calm, not rage. Speak truth without venom. A Stoic doesn't seek fights, but he never runs from them either. 4. Giving more than you receive. Society praises selflessness. And yes, generosity is beautiful. But when it becomes one-sided, it's not generosity anymore. It's self-erasure. Epictetus warned, "He who gives all loses all." Example, you're always the one driving across town, buying the gifts, making the calls. They never reciprocate. And deep down you feel it, but you keep giving, hoping they'll finally notice. Spoiler, they won't. Why it destroys respect. People value what they invest in. When they give nothing, they value nothing, including you. The Stoic alternative, give but don't bleed. Practice measured generosity, giving without expectation, but also without self-neglect. Balance is virtue. 5. Seeking constant validation. You call it sharing. But let's be honest, it's begging. Begging for approval, for likes, for compliments. Marcus Aurelius said, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." Example, You send a photo, but immediately follow with, "Is this okay? Do I look weird?" People don't see vulnerability. They see desperation. Why it destroys respect. The more you need approval, the less they want to give it, because neediness repels. The Stoic alternative: validate yourself through action, not opinion. Let your standard be your mirror, not the crowd. 6. Tolerating disrespect. You think ignoring it makes you mature, but silence often looks like consent. Example: a co-worker mocks you in front of others. You fake a smile. They just learned 2 things. They can disrespect you. You won't stop them. Seneca said, "He who tolerates injury encourages it." Why it destroys respect. What you allow, you endorse. And the world treats you the way you train it to. The Stoic alternative: call out disrespect, calmly, firmly, immediately. Don't fight fire with fire. Fight it with boundaries. 7. Over-explaining yourself. Every action, every choice, every boundary, you justify with paragraphs because you fear disappointing people. Example: you decline an invitation. Instead of simple "I can't," you write an essay: why, how, when, where. They don't read it. They just sense you're afraid of their judgment. Epictetus taught, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Stop explaining. Let them think what they want. Why it destroys respect. Respect comes from decisiveness. Over-explaining screams insecurity. The Stoic alternative: be brief, be firm. A simple "no, I can't" is enough. 8. Forgiving without change. Forgiveness is powerful, but forgiveness without boundaries? That's permission. Example: your friend betrays you. You forgive instantly, no consequences. They don't see grace. They see green light to betray again. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." True, but that doesn't mean inviting the enemy back to dinner. Why it destroys respect. Endless forgiveness teaches people your loyalty is cheap. The Stoic alternative: forgive in your heart, but adjust in your actions. Let your peace remain, but let your standards rise. 9. Hiding your true opinions. You nod, you smile, you agree, even when you disagree, because you think agreement equals acceptance. Example: everyone in the group loves a movie you hated. You lie, "Yeah, it was great." You've lost nothing, except your voice. Seneca wrote, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable, but when you hide your truth, you surrender that power." Why it destroys respect. People don't respect echo chambers. They respect original thought. The Stoic alternative: speak your truth calmly, respectfully, without fear, not to argue, but to exist fully. 10. Putting others before yourself always. Yes, kindness matters, but not when it becomes self-abandonment. Example: you skip meals, sleep dreams, just to serve others. You think this makes you noble, but it makes you invisible. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Neglecting yourself is neglecting the only thing truly yours. Why it destroys respect. If you don't value yourself, why should anyone else? The Stoic alternative: care for others, yes, but care for yourself first. You can't pour from an empty cup. Benevolent strength. Here's the core truth. Kindness without strength is weakness. Strength without kindness is tyranny. The Stoic way: benevolent strength. Give, but from abundance, not desperation. Forgive, but with boundaries. Love, but never lose yourself. This is the balance. This is a respect. Psychology of respect. Psychology confirms it. People don't respect what they don't have to earn. Unconditional giving without self-respect makes others subconsciously devalue you. Respect comes from scarcity, boundaries, and consistency. The Stoics practiced all 3. Implementation framework. Audit your kindness. Write down where it crosses into self-betrayal. Set 1 new boundary this week. Small but firm. Replace sorry with thank you. Practice saying no, without explanations. Review weekly. Ask, did my kindness come from strength or weakness? Conclusion. Here's the harsh truth. Fake kindness destroys respect, But Stoic kindness, disciplined, measured, rooted in strength, commands it. So stop being nice at the expense of your soul. Stop apologizing for existing. Stop forgiving people who don't deserve a second chance. Be kind, but be ruthless about your self-respect. Because at the end of the day, it's not the nice man they respect. It's the strong man who chooses kindness without betraying himself. Walk that path. Live that code. Become unbreakable.